Sarah inherited her grandmother's Victorian house with one warning: never open the master bedroom closet. The first night, she heard 3 slow knocks on her door at 3 a.m. No one was there. The knocking continued every night, same time, same rhythm. By the 4th night, Sarah was ready. She positioned herself by the door, determined to catch whoever was doing this. At 3 a.m., the knocking began. She threw open the door. The hallway was empty. But then she heard it. Behind her, inside her room. 3 slow knocks coming from her closet. Sarah fled the house and spent days researching. She discovered her great-grandmother, Catherine Mills, had lived there in the 1950s. Catherine reported hearing knocking that moved through the house, following her. She'd been committed to a psychiatric facility after claiming something had gotten out of the closet. She died there in 1953. Sarah's grandmother had kept the house, but never lived in it, ensuring the master bedroom closet remained sealed. Sarah realized the truth. The knocking wasn't trying to scare her. It was asking permission. Each time she responded, it got closer. From the hallway to her room. From her room to her closet. One more step, and it would be free. On the 6th night, Sarah returned. At 3 a.m., the knocking began from the sealed master bedroom. The door opened on its own. Through it, she saw the closet door opening, and something emerged, impossibly tall and thin, with limbs that bent wrong and a too wide mouth. "Why won't you answer?" it demanded in a voice like knocking. "Just say yes. Just let me out." Sarah stayed silent. The creature couldn't cross the salt line she'd laid. It raged, the whole house shaking with knocking from everywhere at once. Then suddenly, it was pulled backward into the closet, the door slamming shut. Sarah spent a week reinforcing the closet, adding deadbolts, boards, then having contractors cement block the entire room. She carved a warning into the wall. "It knocks 3 times. Do not answer, ever." Years later, after she sold the house, the new owners ignored her warning. They broke the seal, excited about extra space. They moved out after 2 weeks. The knocking had started again, and they had answered. Story 2. The Bells' Emma was babysitting the Harper twins when she noticed the life-sized clown statue in the living room corner. Its painted eyes seemed to follow her. After putting the children to bed, she called Mrs. Harper. "Everything's fine, but could I watch TV in your bedroom? That clown statue is really creeping me out." Silence. Then, "Emma, we don't have a clown statue. Get the children and leave now." Emma turned. The clown was gone from the corner. She ran upstairs for the twins. Oliver was in a trance, staring at his closet. "He said you would try to take us away. The funny man." Isabel's door was locked from the inside. Emma could hear giggling, and underneath it, the jingling of bells. "We're playing dress up," Isabel called in a strange sing-song voice. "The clown has such pretty bells." Emma got Oliver downstairs, but all the doors were blocked from outside. They were trapped. The lights went out. Words appeared on the refrigerator in red. "Want to play hide and seek." Bells jingled on the stairs, descending slowly. Emma and Oliver hid in the pantry. Through a crack, Emma saw it, impossibly tall with limbs too long, wearing an old circus costume. "I can smell you," it sang. "I always find you. That's rule 1. Rule 2. When I find you, you have to smile." They ran to the bathroom and barricaded the door. Isabel was there, wearing a miniature clown costume covered in bells. her face painted with an impossibly wide smile. "He showed me pictures in the attic," Isabel said, "of him with other children from before. He used to travel with a circus. He's called Mr. Jingles. He just wants to play." The door burst open. The clown stood there, and Emma could see it clearly now. The smile was carved into grey, leathery skin. The eyes were sunken pits. This had been human once, but wasn't anymore. "You broke the game," it said. "The boy escaped. Now you have to take his place." I was going to let her go. It continued, gesturing to Isabel. "After we played long enough. But you all ruin it. You run, you scream, just like the families before. I just wanted to perform again." Emma shoved Isabel's out the window. The girl landed safely, but immediately tried to climb back in, crying for Mr. Jingles. The clown grabbed Emma, lifting her with wooden fingers. "She's part of the show now. She put on the costume. But you'll do." Emma felt the cold bells being pressed into her hands, felt the weight of the costume being draped over her. The painted smile began to feel permanent. She could hear herself laughing, but couldn't stop. Below, Oliver had grabbed his sister. Police sirens wailed in the distance. In the bathroom, Emma's laughter mixed with the jingling of bells. When the police arrived 5 minutes later, they found the children safe outside. But Emma was gone. The bathroom was empty except for a pile of old circus clothes and a makeup kit from the 1920s. Months later, the house was sold again. The new family's babysitter reported seeing a woman standing in the corner of the living room. She was wearing a clown costume, covered in bells, smiling impossibly wide. When the babysitter turned on the lights, the woman was gone. But sometimes, late at night, you can hear bells jingling in that house. Story 3. The last message. After my brother Jake died in a car accident, I couldn't delete his number. Sometimes I'd scroll to his contact just to see his name, to pretend he might answer if I called. 6 months later, at 2 a.m., my phone buzzed. A text from Jake. "I'm sorry." I stared at the screen, hands shaking. Another message. "I'm so sorry." I typed back, "Jake." 3 dots appeared. They pulsed for what felt like forever. Finally. "Stop sleeping with your phone under your pillow. I can't breathe down here." I threw my phone across the room. In the morning, it was back on my nightstand, face down. I lived alone. I tried to rationalize it. Someone had access to Jake's phone. A hacker? A sick prank? I changed my number. 2 weeks later, the messages started again. Same number, Jake's number, texting my new number that no one had. "Why did you change your number?" "I can still find you." "I'm always right here." I blocked him. I reported it to the police. They found Jake's phone in the evidence locker from the accident. Powered off, battery dead for months. The messages continued from impossible sources. Jake's old email, his Facebook account that I'd memorialized, even from my own phone, texts appearing in our conversation thread that I never sent. "You're not listening. I need you to hear me." Something's wrong. I consulted a priest, a medium, a therapist. Everyone had theories. Grief hallucinations, technology glitches, supernatural activity. Nothing helped. 3 months ago, the messages changed. It's not just me down here. There are others. They're so angry. They know you can hear us. I started receiving messages from other numbers. Names I didn't recognize at first, then realized. Classmates who died, distant relatives, a childhood friend who'd drowned when we were 10. All of them with the same message. "Help us." Last week, Jake sent a photo. I almost didn't open it. When I did, I dropped my phone. It was a picture of me, asleep in my bed, taken from inside my room. The message below it read, "We're not texting you from where we are. We're texting you from where you are. We've been here the whole time, right beside you, and soon you'll be here too." That was when I noticed something else in the photo. In the shadows beside my bed, barely visible. Faces, dozens of them, translucent, overlapping, all staring at the camera, all smiling. I haven't slept in my apartment since. I'm staying in hotels, moving every night. But the messages follow. This morning I woke to find messages from myself. Timestamps from last night. Hours I don't remember. "Stop running. You can't escape us. We're already inside." The most recent message came 5 minutes ago, from my mother's number. She's been dead for 2 years. "Sweetheart, why aren't you answering your phone? I've been calling all night. I'm worried. Where are you?" I called her number. It rang once, then. "The number you have dialed is no longer in service." But she's still texting me. As I write this, message after message. "I'm outside your hotel room. I can hear you breathing. Why won't you open the door?" There's knocking now. 3 slow knocks, and I can see shadows moving under the door. The police found my hotel room empty 3 days later. My phone was on the bed, still unlocked with hundreds of unread messages. They traced them all back to disconnected numbers, dead ends, people long deceased. The last message in my thread, sent from my own number. "Don't worry, you'll understand soon. We all do eventually. Death isn't the end. It's just a different way of staying connected. And now that you're here, you can help us reach the others. Everyone we loved, everyone we lost, everyone who still has their phone on at night. They're all just one message away, and they always answer." My name has been added to the list now. Sometimes, late at night, people receive texts from my number. Short messages, apologies, warnings. Do they listen? Do they delete their contacts? Do they turn off their phones? Or do they answer? Because that's all we need. Just one response, one acknowledgement that you can hear us. And then we're in. We're always right there, in your pocket, on your nightstand, under your pillow. One message away, always connected, forever.